Welcome to the Nana Cheche Show, the #1 show for the whole family, bringing to you interviews from celebrities, fashion icons that will excite you, motivate you, and I tell you what, you don't want to miss this show because it will get you off your seat. And I have with me one of Ghana's bright star, Arnold Sarfo-Kantanka. Welcome.
What an introduction. Thank you.
Yes, you are a bright star. Did you know that?
I do now.
Right. You are a fashion mogul,
Wow.
a business entrepreneur. What else? The accolades goes on and on and on.
I'm a man of God, just trying to live life.
Let's start with Me Free Ghana. I have wonderful design here. What inspired you to come up with this concept?
Well, it comes down to identity. I remember I was in university my second year, or was it my final year? I think it was my final year, actually, of university. And my friend, she does Jesus Loves Me tops, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, that's nice. It's colourful, it's vibrant, it's fresh. I thought, I want to wear something that represents me because I didn't feel there's anything out there that was able to do that. And the vision actually came to me in June 2008. But like most of us, it came to me and I left it, I let it go. But there was one day when I was cooking bolognese in my house.
Ooh, so you cook?
Yeah, I can cook.
Great.
Bolognese, but I like my fufu, banku, you know.
Wow.
But anyway, let's not get there.
Yes.
But I remember I was cooking bolognese one day and then the vision came to me again. And this time it's like I heard the voice say to me, stop and just do it. And it's like at a crossroads, should I or should I not? But I thought, no, let me stop cooking, went to my laptop, I thought, okay, look, it's got to say Me Free Ghana, it's got to be funky, so I want paint splashes, like bang, bang, bang. Just started doing a bit of research, and I want Jinami at the back, and I knew a supplier already, so sent a rough design I did through paint, because I didn't have that skill set to design a top, but I sent it to the manufacturer, he put it together, and cut a long story short, I worked at university, walked down the strip in Brunel University, went into my lecture, late, shouldn't be late, but I came late. I think I did it on purpose because I wanted everyone to see my top. And I walked in, I just saw everyone staring at me. It was a fluorescent green writing. It was the traditional Me Free Ghana top that you see here. And as I left my class, everyone was saying, oh, Me Free Ghana, Chale, Chale, Chale. Even those that are not Ghanaian, they were just saying Chale, Chale. If you're not Ghanaian, that's all you know. So I realized very quickly that I was bringing people together. And then before I knew it, my friends, my family especially, they wanted to purchase some of the tops to support. And it just went on from there.
Right, so why Me Free Ghana?
Wanted to stand out. The cliche of just saying, I'm from Ghana, that's just too easy. Me Free Ghana is a product that tells a story. Middle Ghana is a product that tells a story. Everything has meaning. So when someone sees your top and you're not from Ghana, immediately they're going to look at it and they're going to think, that's not English, what does that mean, mate? You know? And then that's the opportunity for you to say, oh yeah, this means I'm from Ghana. Then you see the red, gold and green paint splashes and they were like, what's all that funny business over there, mate? Then you're able to tell them the red, the bloodshed in the fight for independence, the gold and then the green, and just tell the story. It's more than just a t-shirt. God willing, no one's wearing it to bed, they're wearing it out.
Right, but before you were cooking, as you said.
Yeah.
So, and you said 2008, you had the idea.
Yeah.
But then you put it a stop. Did you discuss it with someone or you just brushed it off?
I think it's like most of us, you have a dream, but you don't realize that there's other people having that same dream until you move. Had that dream, left it, but then I thought, I was convicted. It's like I was convicted by the Spirit just to move. And I moved, and here we are today, and I'm on the Nana Cheche show, being interviewed. Can you imagine?
Wow. And I know 2010, you were a recipient of the Cuba Young Entrepreneur.
Yeah, Best Entrepreneur
Best
Award.
Entrepreneur, and also you were in the 100
Future 100.
Future 100.
Yeah.
Receiving that award, what happened?
That was probably one of the most humbling moments in this whole business, or whatever you want to call it, saga. Because at that moment, that's when like the works and the efforts and the late nights, the early mornings, it just came to fruition that, look, you're being recognized, number one, but number two, if you have a dream and you're not moving, these are the kind of things that you might be missing out on. So what are you doing?
Right. I want to backtrack. When you were young, you know, when we were young, our parents wanted us to be doctors or lawyers or accountants.
Yeah.
So what did your parents wanted you to be, and what are they saying about this project?
I've always been a bit, not stubborn, but I've always gone against the grain. Because I'm the youngest, I'm the baby.
Oh, really? Are you mommy's boy?
Oh, mommy and daddy's boy, come on.
Great.
Mommy and daddy's boy, but I went to university and I always knew there was a moment in 2003, 2004 when I was going to college, and I never used to like waking up. I still don't like waking up early in the mornings. On my way to college, I was looking outside the bus, and I remember getting to East Croydon Station. For those that know East Croydon Station, they know it's one of the busiest stations in South London. And I remember seeing people just in their suits, in their blazers, rushing to get onto the train. And I looked outside, I was like, I'm already tired, and these guys are already on their way to work. There's got to be more to life than this. And it was at that moment that I realized that there was something more in store for myself. And I think that was one of the defining moments for myself. And in terms of my parents, what they wanted me to be, our parents, they just want the best for us, right?
Yes.
My dad was, accountant, business management accountant. Yes, my son's going to be an accountant. When I told him I'll start my business, okay, that thing there, yes. Okay, but you're going to be an accountant, masters, do this, do this, do that. And all I can say is that our parents always want the best to us, best for us. But it's about, if you have a passion, you have a dream, it's about how you communicate that with your parents. How much do they know you want it? And what are you doing to pursue that? If you're just saying, yeah, I want to be a musician, but you're just sitting at home, you're not doing nothing, then of course your parents are going to say, go to uni, do this, do that. You've got to be proactive, not just active, be proactive.
Wonderful, because, you know, we have some young guys and ladies out there who will be listening to you, watching you, and they might be thinking, if he's doing it, you know, then we can do it, so far as they have a dream. Right, let's move on to your other projects. We have WHAM campaign.
Yep.
And what does WHAM stand for?
WHAM campaign, that's the charitable side of Mifri Ghana. WHAM stands for What About Me? It's not about me. That's the slogan. It's about being selfish. It's about what do you have, Nana, to give back to someone else. You're a good public speaker, you're inspirational, but how are you using that? Or how can you impart that intellectual capital, that gifting, that talent within you on someone else? And we're looking specifically at Ghana, and we're helping orphans and vulnerable children. So we've set up a volunteer program in Ghana around the peak periods where a lot of people travel. Because we're thinking, okay, you're from Ghana, that's the Mifri Ghana clothing. You're getting informed about Ghana, that's our Mifri Ghana blog or news site. But what are you actually doing for Ghana? So we thought, rather than just questioning like a lot of people do, we thought, okay, let's set something up which will help facilitate building a better Ghana, building the platforms for the future of Ghana, for the future. When we say future, we're talking about the youth, the young people. I still kind of consider myself young-ish.
Yeah,
you know?
young and trendy, yeah.
Trendy, wow. But yeah, so it's a volunteer program around the Christmas period. We'll be traveling to Ghana. We're setting one up in the summertime as well. And it kind of began just again by having an idea. We went to Ghana in 2010, Christmas time. Really and truly, that journey there was, it was funny.
Was it your first time of going to Ghana?
Oh, absolutely not. No,
Okay.
no. But it's the first in the time we went independently.
Okay.
So having to deal with all the bus, like all these taxi drivers and everyone, you know, just being solely there, just not knowing, never done an international development workshop before, but just coming out of our comfort zone and seeing what we can do and just trying to research to identify that. And the feedback and the impact and the results we saw, we thought, nah, we have to broaden this out to everyone else so everyone else can have a chance.
You have Emmanuel Frimpong and President Atamel's son, Fifi
Atamils, yes.
Atamels, as your ambassadors.
Yeah.
So are you getting people from the UK or just UK and Ghana or other parts of the Ghanaian community around the world?
It is anyone who's from Ghana or has a love for Ghana or just wants to volunteer. We're not subjecting it like, primarily, yes, the focus is young Ghanaians, but even if you want to go to Ghana, you want to help out, like, why are we going to say, no, you can't help? Do you understand? So the focus for the time being, because we're based here in London, is London. But the applications we've had, I think 25% are from London, about 50% are from the US, and the rest is from Europe, places like Ukraine, Sweden. This is what we're saying, like if you have a dream, vision, move, you don't know who else is having that same dream, but this has a move. You just need to set up that platform for them. And yeah.
Also, you had an opportunity of meeting Sir Richard Branson.
Sir Richard Branson.
How was the experience?
This year has been, I can't even put it into words, but meeting Sir Richard Branson, I was like one of 5 young people across the UK to meet him, and I represented Ghana, which was, again, phenomenal. But myself, I don't really get fazed when I meet celebrities because there's no difference between the rich and the poor. They've just been able to pursue their dream and vision, and everyone knows about it. So meeting him, it was, okay, here comes the very trendy, humble entrepreneur who has a few more zeros in his bank account than me, and has an island.
How many zeros have you got then?
How many zeros do I have? Oh, I don't know. We need to ask God, or I'm not trying to fill my bank account now, but yeah, meeting him, it was a bit surreal because, let me go after the interview. After the interview, I was speaking to my partner, and I was looking at my goals or things I wanted to do in life, and one of them was to meet Sir Richard Branson. I was thinking, hold on, I just met this guy. But getting advice from him about business, leadership, incredible. Like, because he's done it. He's been there, done it, worn a T-shirt literally, flown around the world literally, going to space soon. And that's someone you're getting advice from? Unreal.
Well, as a budding entrepreneur myself with the Mifri Ghana business we've started, what kind of advice do you have for other young people out there that want to make their dreams a reality?
I think you got to think. What does entrepreneur mean? Entrepreneur means coming up with an idea that's going to help make a difference to other people's lives. So can you create something that's going to make other people's lives better? So if you come up with an idea that where you really think you can make a difference to other people's lives, you can do it better than it's been done by other people, then I think you have a chance of becoming an entrepreneur and building a business. And then I think just give it a go. I've got a phrase I use a lot: just screw it, let's do it.
Absolutely.
And if you fall flat in your face, pick yourself up again and you try again. And I mean, you won't be a true entrepreneur unless you've had failures and you've tried things that haven't worked. If you keep trying, in the end, I'm sure you'll succeed. You'll learn from trying.
And I know you are a Manchester fan. Why Manchester?
Before anyone judges me, I started supporting Manchester United when they lost 2-1 in the semi-final, I think it was, against Crystal Palace, where Ian Wright came on and scored 2 goals. But there was something that attracted me to the style of play then. I don't know if it was Brian Robson in centre midfield or what so have you. But I know a lot of Ghanaians support Manchester United or Chelsea because of Michael.
Some of us are the Blues, yes.
The Blues, it's not your fault, don't worry. But Manchester, it's just the way they play, and it's just been ingrained in me since then. So I started off supporting United when I first saw them lose, not when they were winning. It was in the 80s or early 90s, really.
Wow. So you have other projects. We have the Young Fathers program as well.
Yeah.
You're not a young father, are
No.
you? Right. So what inspired you to get on board this project?
Life's a journey. Okay, graduated from university. I worked a year for American investment bank, Morgan Stanley. Then I worked for a French investment bank, just doing some project work there. But like I said, I had that experience when I was on a bus, seeing people getting on the train, and I thought, nah, there's something more to life than this, for myself personally. So I left the French Investment Bank. Don't want to say the name, but the French Investment Bank, and I was looking for roles that will allow me to impart knowledge and help young people. So I was applying, teaching assistant, this, that, and everything. Even went back to my old schools, doing a bit of mentoring there. And this opportunity to work for a charity called Working with Men, who specifically provide unique best practice services for boys and young men. Young fathers worker, that's what I do in my spare time, supporting young fathers under 25, information, advice, guidance. I think that us as a generation of young men, we have a responsibility. Everyone has a responsibility, but a man in the household or in the world, if we're looking at it from a biblical perspective, there is a purpose, a need for us. And if I have the ability to communicate and assist in their development, then I'll try to do my part.
Brilliant. So, young fathers, worker, business entrepreneur, doing Mifri Ghana. Do you have time, for yourself? Is there a playtime?
Those that know me know I love to joke around. I think at the moment it's very hard because of the projects I'm working on, but I do have time. I chill out a lot of the time. I reflect a lot of the time, I've said a lot of time because I reflect a lot. Because I think if you're going to move, you need that time to reflect and look and see where you're going and what you're doing. You need to be in tune with the spirit. If you're not, then you're going to be a bit lost. Personally, that's my perspective. But chilling out, yeah, I go cinema, I go out here, there and everywhere with my friends. Yesterday I played football with my friends, scored 2 penalties, yeah. That's my Jan, watch your back, I'm here. But yeah, I chill out.
So are you dating at the moment?
Hey! Am I dating?
Because we have young ladies who will be watching. You have lots of fun. I heard from a little birdie that, there are lots of, who are cheering you up.
Go
Arnold. So.
Hey, well, praise God.
So,
yeah, I do. I have a partner.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. So for you listeners, young ones out there, he's taken already. Right, so in the next 5 years, where do you see Mifri Ghana in one campaign?
Wow. Where do we see it? That would be revealing our secrets or what we've got planned, right?
You don't have to.
Okay, no, I'm joking, I'm joking. Mifri Ghana, there's going to be, I see you've got earrings that say D&G on there.
Yeah.
You've got D&G, you've got Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah.
Mifri Ghana, MFG.
Ooh.
Have a look out for that in the next 5 years. That's in terms of the clothing. In terms of the Mifri Ghana blog, it's going to transition and it's going to become its own platform for providing news. Like, I'm a bit upset with the way that news is portrayed or written sometimes in relation to Ghana. And at the moment, we're developing, so we've got some amazing writers for our blog, mifrighana.com/blog. Amazing writers. And the end of 2012, you will see a publication coming out. That's an exclusive. No one knows that.
Wow.
Straight for you.
And, now we have Mifri Ghana. What do you see about or think about the fashion industry in Ghana and Africa as a whole?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. What do I think about it? I think that anyone that gets into fashion, the first question I ask myself is why? Why are you in fashion? Why are you a host? Why are people filming us? And until you can ask yourself, answer that question about 3 times, then you will understand why you're in something. But in terms of myself, I can't really talk for the whole fashion industry per se, because yes, we're into fashion, but it's a different type of fashion. It's not couture, heavy detailed kind of fashion. We're into the slogan, statement, t-shirt, jumper kind of side of fashion, the urban streetwear kind of fashion. So in terms of that realm of things, we actually were at Celador's, it was described as the the most, I don't even want to say, but the most elite urban streetwear brands in London. So we were selling. And to be amongst those people that have been around since 2007 and even before, it's quite humbling. So in terms of that realm of things, I think there's a lot of people doing a lot of great work. Well, I think what we all need to work on is our PR and marketing, so that more people know about us.
Right. You have, your parents are from which part of Ghana?
Kumasi.
Kumasi. So have you heard of Bonri Kente?
Have I heard of?
Bonri Kente.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think of our traditional Kente clothes? And
I think it's undervalued. The time and the effort that's spent producing it, and then we just wear it, and you know, I think that's another facet of Ghana which is not properly voiced. And if we look at, there's new initiatives in Ghana like Brand Ghana at the moment. I think Brand Ghana needs to work with key facets of the Ghanaian, which represent the Ghanaian culture, like what you just said, to attract even more tourism. Yeah, we're the 6th most sought after country to visit in the world, but there's so much people that know. There's so much. And I think before it's too late, us as a Ghanaian population need to understand and recognize and realize and help the country to unearth its value.
wow. So before you go, I just tell me 2 things. I want you to tell me just 2 things that I know you're doing the campaign and all that Mifri Ghana also is doing for, you talk about the young fathers, and you know, what about the young mothers?
I work with young fathers. That's not Mifri Ghana, but that's me personally. I work with young fathers.
Okay.
As for young mothers, there are a number of services available.
Okay.
The reason why I work specifically with young fathers, or why there is that service specifically for them, is because people tend to forget it takes 2 to tango, and there's a lot of services supporting the young mother, and rightly so, because the mother is the one that's carrying the child, the gift. But what kind of support systems or networks is there for the males? And we work with young fathers. People as young as 13, 15 get referred to us. So I'm just going to tell you straight as it is. Their voice might not have broken, their ball bags might not have even dropped, they're not yet physically a man, but yet they're getting told they're a father. They might not have their mother or their father around, they might be in leaving care, they might not have ever had a bank account, they don't know how to manage their money, they might have dropped out of school, but yet they're a father. When you become a father or a mother, it's not about you or the father, it's about the child. So how is that 15-year-old going to support that child?
Wow. So where can we get Mifri Ghana t-shirts?
Mifri Ghana.
Yes.
Mifri Ghana t-shirts, clothing, mifrighana.com. MEFIRI Ghana, GHANA.com. Go there, you get your Mifri Ghana clothing. If you just Google Mifri Ghana, you will find it. Follow us on Twitter as well, at ME_FIRI_. I'm writing, I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
Ghana, and you'll find us there. Facebook, we're there. YouTube, we have a channel. You will find us in the Ghana High Commissions. Just look for us. We're not too hard to find online.
So if one wants to sign up for the WAM campaign, where?
The WAM campaign. www.wamcampaign.org. Sign up, get involved. Even if you're not going Ghana, we skydived. We raised money by jumping out of a plane 30,000 feet. We are scared of heights. I was praying in tongues. But just do what you have to do to help someone else. You know what I mean? We've got a real big project happening in June. All I would say is, if you know who the first black professional football player was, you want to get involved.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming on set. Thank you for coming on the Nana Checha Show. I know that the next few years to come, you're going to be one of Ghana's, you are Ghana's bright star. So thank you and have a wonderful day. Joining me next week, you don't want to miss. It's going to be exciting, inspirational, and motivational. Thank you for tuning in to the Nana Cheche Show.